All right, good morning, everyone. This is the marquee game. We are at the Nationals, the T20 Nationals for over 40. And this is the game between Central Cardinals and DC Capitals. It's an exciting game, two strong teams. And Central Cardinals, they are here batting first. It's Jayesh Patel and Ankur Kassal, the two openers for Central Cardinals. Central Cardinals had a very big win yesterday uh, in the afternoon, so they would be pumped up. The confidence is on the rise. First ball of the match, it will be Adil Bhatti for DC Capitals to open the bowling. He had a fantastic game himself, so it's a great contest. Ball one coming up here. Right arm over comes Adil Bhatti. Beautifully bowled, played on the offside, but that is a dot ball to start. So good length here by Adil Bhatti to start this match. Adil obviously scored 92 not out yesterday and also picked up a wicket for his team in a good win. So both the teams high on confidence. They've got a win in their first game, and it's an exciting day over here. Day two of this tournament happening in Atlanta at Paramveer Sports Complex. Second ball of the match. This is outside the off stump, angled across and beating the batter. Tried to give himself room, Jayesh, and he tried to play the cut shot, but could not quite get the connection. So two dot balls here to start this match. It's exciting to see the players who are playing this game.
Stump angled across and beating.
Two dot balls here. Ankur at the non-strikers end. He himself is a fantastic batter. In comes Adil here to Jayesh. This time angled into the right-handed batter and almost taking the off stump over there. Beautifully bowled by Adil. What a start this by this talented player. Obviously, he's played for US before he turned 40. He scored a double hundred in a regionals tournament this year in North when he debuted for Masters in the regionals. An exciting talent, obviously. US is aware of him. In comes Adil. This is short and he's played it over the head of the keeper. It's going towards the fine leg boundary. And that's the first boundary of the match. Well played that by Jayesh. It was a good short ball. And Jayesh just take a look at the replay. This one angled in short and hooked away over the keeper for four. First boundary of the match. A good looking shot by Jayesh. He's probably just telling Ankur he's getting the ball to come in to me, and I was able to take it over the head of the keeper. First boundary of the match, 4 runs on the board for Central Cardinals. They are away over here as it will be Adil to continue. He's just adjusting his field, probably adjusting the fine leg. He's got one slip in place. In comes Adil to Jayesh. This is cut away beautifully. He slashed it over the head of backward point and 4 runs. That's a glorious shot. This is what he was trying to do on the second ball of the match. This was short and wide, the width offered. Take a look at the replay and cut away. Oh, what a shot this by Jayesh. He's made his intentions clear. He took three dot balls in the beginning to settle down. Then he's played a couple of beautiful shots. And Central Cardinals, they are away. 8 runs on the board. 5 balls done in this over. First over of the match, of course. This is the over 40 T20 Nationals happening in Atlanta at the Paramveer Sports Complex. In comes Adil to Jayesh. This is again well bowled. Tried to play the cut, getting an inside edge, but straight to the keeper on the bounce. That's the end of the first over. 8 runs on the board for Central Cardinals. We'll be back in a few seconds. All right, here we are back. It's going to be Balaji from the other end. Of course, DC Capitals, they won the toss and decided to field 8 runs in the first over. It will be Ankur Kasal now. He's getting ready to face his first ball. A very good batter. He recently debuted for the USA over 40 team on the tour to Australia, and he had a great tour, scored 100 over there. So he is a talented youngster. He was part of the under 19 Punjab team back many years back. He was part of the setup, and here he is playing for Central Cardinals. First ball he's facing here. This ball from Balaji, defended back to the bowler. So it's a dot ball to start here for Balaji. And this tournament, of course, a lot of hard work behind the scenes. I would like to mention Pawan, Zigmin, Arun Bhai, Parak Bhai, Vinod, everyone did a great job to get this going in Atlanta. Second ball of the second over. This time it's picked up beautifully and it's gone over the head of the fielder at long on. At mid on, I beg your pardon. There's no one at long on. It's gone all the way for six. What a shot this by Ankur. He's taking the attack to the opponent right away. Second ball that he faced, he smashed it for six. We'll take a look at the replay when it comes up, but that was a glorious shot by Ankur, making his intentions clear. I was talking about it. He had a fantastic tour of Australia when he debuted for USA over 40 this year, and he's one of the really talented batters in this USA over 40 setup. First six of the match by Ankur, 14 runs on the board, third ball of the second over, Balaji coming in. This is well bowled and it's nicely played on the offside, but it's a dot ball. So a good comeback here by Balaji. This was not in the arc, slightly back of length, outside the off stump, defended on the back foot nicely towards the point region by Ankur. So 14 runs on the board, 1 6 and 2 boundaries already in this match. Central Cardinals, they were off to a good start yesterday as well in their first game. And here the openers are off as well. This is well bowled and cut away beautifully, but it's straight again towards the point region. So two dot balls. Balaji coming back well. He's bowled three dot balls and given away 1 6 so far. So 14 runs on the board. And it is Jayesh at the non-strikers end. In comes Balaji. This is again outside the off stump, played on the front foot. And this time he will get a single on the offside. I believe it's 15 runs on the board. At the other end was Jayesh, who's now back on strike. Jayesh, of course, he was also part of the USA setup for over 40 on the tour to Australia. He himself is a talented batter, a very good off spinner, and he had a fairly good tour to Australia as well. It was a great experience for everyone who was there in Australia. The USA over 40 teams, USA and USAA, both did a great job over there, beating New Zealand twice in different formats, once in T20, once in the 45 over format, and finishing runners up. Uh, and remember, there was Australia and Canada. That was a quadrangular between the USA International and the USAA facing the A teams over there. It was a great experience for everyone. Good learnings to take back. And both these players who are batting in the middle, they were part of that tour. So they are the players to watch out for here for DC Capitals. From Central Cardinals' perspective, obviously they would want a very good start from these openers. Balaji coming in right arm over, Jayesh on strike. This is well bowled, angled across the outswinger, beating Jayesh outside the off stump. So a good finish by Balaji, just 1 6 and a single. 2 overs done, Cardinals 15 for none. We'll be back in a few seconds. All right, here we are. It will be Adil to continue and Ankur on strike. Ankur will be facing Adil for the first time in this match. This is outside the off stump. It will be a wide signal by the umpire. Adil not quite happy, but that was outside the wide line. So a good call by the umpire there. I would also like to mention the hard work being put in by Nishant, Adnan for all the social media promotion and marketing for Masters. They do a fantastic job day in and day out. So kudos to them. And it's not easy just submitting those match reports, posting on Facebook, and they are relentlessly doing it. So thank you to both of them as Adil comes in. This time, the quicker one, appeal for leg before. There was some bounce there. Probably that's what saved Ankur. He tried to play the pull shot, beaten for pace over there, I would say. He's indicating it hit him in the waist region. Good ball that by Adil. He's quick, he's nippy, and we can see that. Also, I encourage everyone to be part of the Fantasy League, the Masters Fantasy League. It's a great setup, a great initiative helped by Mustafa Hemani, and something that keeps everyone in the game, even though you're not playing. You can win some prizes, as we have Adil coming into Ankur here. This time again tried to play the pull shot, beaten for pace, three dot balls that was outside the off stump. Ankur trying to take it from outside the off stump towards the mid wicket region. That this is a replay of the previous ball, and it was, as you see, the bounce going over the stumps. But the fantasy league, yes, I mean, of course, be part of the fantasy league. It's a great thing to be involved in the game, even though you're not playing. You win some great prizes. I believe Hemant won was the winner yesterday. Based on the points, you pick your teams. There's a trade-in window for details. You can reach out to Mustafa Hemani. Adil Bhatti again here. This is played on the leg side for a single towards mid wicket. Adil, of course, he started his cricket with American college cricket, so he's been here in the setup, in the cricket setup for years now, and one of the really talented players that we have seen. Adil Bhatti, he's a really good pacer and a very good batter as well. A phenomenal talent who is now part of the over 40 setup. In comes Adil now. Jayesh on strike. This is again played on the offside by Jayesh, but it will be stopped by the fielder in the point region. It's been a good over here by Adil so far. He's given away just a couple of runs in this over, and 17 on the board, 2.54 overs done. The current run rate is 6.38. Decent start. There is one slip in place, like I said. Adil to Jayesh down the leg side and missed by the keeper. There is a short fine in place. So it's a wide signal by the umpire, and it will be one run extra added to the scorecard. This was almost similar to the first boundary ball that Jayesh had hit, except that this did not bounce that much. Jayesh played a very good hook shot in the first over the head of the keeper for four. In comes Adil. He's coming in right arm over. It is Jayesh on strike. This is again played beautifully towards the third man region and a misfield resulting in a boundary. Well. That was not quite what was expected from the fielder there in the third man region. Take a look at this. This was short, cut away beautifully, giving himself some room. Jayesh, the fielder at third man, he was there, and in the end, not quite getting his hand down, and it was gone for a four. A good shot by Jayesh. I would say he probably got 2 to 3 runs extra over there because that resulted in a boundary. Should have been stopped, but Jayesh has now raced on to 12 of 9 balls. He's got 3 boundaries, and he's got the start that he himself and the team would have wanted from him. Final ball of the third over coming up. Adil to Jayesh. Again, giving himself some room, trying to play the cut shot, a dot ball to finish the over. 7 of it, 3 overs done. Cardinals 22 for none. We'll be back in a few seconds. So 22 for no loss. Balaji to continue here. It is Ankur on strike. This is pulled away beautifully on the leg side, and there is a fielder in the deep on the leg side, so it will be just a single. A good-looking shot by Ankur. Yeah, Ankur is a very stylish batter. When he plays those shots, he looks very elegant and really talented batter. Cardinals, these two, they rely heavily on these two batters. Yesterday as well, I would say they got a very good start, but then they lost some wickets and they only got to 145, 146, I believe. But the bowling lineup was very strong and they won the match by a big margin against Houston Phoenix. That's a dot ball on the offside. This is good bowling by Balaji, except that ball which went for six. He's bowled in really good areas. He's keeping it outside off stump, back of length, and making things a tad difficult for both the openers so far. Current run rate is 6.9. We are in the power play here. This is short and it's played over the head of the fielders. It's gone again towards the third man boundary and it's 4 runs. Going by the reaction, that could have been risky, but that's 4 runs nevertheless. Take a look at the replay. This was short, giving himself some room again, playing the cut shot there. Jayesh, there was a fielder there, but he had no chance. This is brilliant batting by Jayesh. He's got 3 boundaries out of his 4 in that third man region, and he's played all those shots really well. He's got 4 boundaries overall. Like I said, 3 out of the 4 in that third man region. In comes Balaji to Jayesh again. This is back of length, played on the offside. Critical for Cardinals that after getting those boundaries, they keep rotating the strike because we are in the power play. They are definitely getting those boundaries, but they're also not quite rotating the strike as much as they would ideally want. In comes Balaji to Jayesh. Take a look at that. He got the boundary, but then 2 dot balls. So the bowlers, of course, they are bowling really well. They're not giving any bad balls as such. But just 27 on the board so far, 3.5 overs. Current run rate is more than 7. Take a look where Jayesh is standing. He's standing way outside his crease. In comes Balaji. This is a full ball. He's picked up beautifully on the leg side. Can be a catch. Yes, it is. There was a fielder there. A good setup this by Balaji. And this was on the pads. I would say Jayesh not quite getting the gap. He picked up the ball to perfection, but played it straight in the area where there was a fielder on the leg side. Take a look at the replay. This was angled in and picked up beautifully off his pads, but straight to the fielder in the deep on the leg side, and a very good catch. That's the first wicket down for Cardinals, and it's 27 for 1 after 4 overs. We'll be back in a few seconds. All right, so 4 overs, 27 for 1, and the number 3 batter walking in is Darpan Patel. He's walked in at number 3 for Cardinals. The first wicket down for Central Cardinals. Balaji picking up his first and the first of the game as well. Of course, this is Nikhil Bhatt who's doing commentary here for this tournament. So Ankur, he's the key. Yesterday as well, he got a good score. He scored 30 odd in the game. He was there and he ensured that they got to a respectable score. And today as well, he's played a really good shot which has gone for 6. He's batting on 9 of 9 balls. And from Cardinals' perspective, it's important that he bats long. Of course, DC Capitals would want to see him in the dugout as soon as possible. We have a change in bowling here. First ball, beautifully balled, that angled into the right-handed batter by the new bowler who's now come into the attack. 4.1 overs, 27 for 1. It is Rafi Hashimi. Rafi who's come into the attack. Looks like a military medium pacer, but getting the ball to come into the right-handed batter of the first ball that he has bowled in this spell so far. We are in the power play. There's one wicket down. Ankur getting ready to face the second ball of the fifth over from Rafi. He's coming in right arm over. This time angled in, beautifully bowled. Look at that swing. Luckily for Ankur, he got some bat on that. Otherwise, that would have been curtains for him. What a ball this by Rafi, getting the ball into the right-handed batter. That one nipped in beautifully. It's a good start here by Rafi. That was a single, a quick single there, but a good ball. This is looking good here for Rafi. That ball was angled in. Ankur got some bat on it. So in a way, take a look at that replay. Well, that was interesting. I'm not sure if Ankur had dragged his bat. This ball, the next ball, he's played it on the leg side. There is a fielder in the deep on the leg side, so it will be just a single. A good field setup, obviously, is getting the ball into the right-handed batter. So he has got protection on the leg side in the deep. And 29 on the board, 2 runs in this over of the first 3 balls. 9 legal balls to go in the power play. As Rafi comes into Ankur now. This is on the pads, again angled in, but this was clearly down. The leg side, probably missed out Ankur, I would say. If he would have got some bat on it, that could have been a boundary. But nevertheless, it's a dot ball. So 2 dot balls, 2 singles in this over. It's been a good start here by Rafi, consistently getting the ball to come into the right-handed batter so far. He's got 1 slip in place as well. Rafi coming in, he's bowling to Ankur here. This time again angled in, and it's played on the offside, straight back past the bowler. A misfield by the fielder. That's gone for 4. Not quite the way the fielding team would have expected the fielder at mid-off to field that. He just got his foot down, should have got his hands down. And again, I would say where there should have been just a single, there are 3 extra runs. Take a look at that. It was straight to him. That is not what you would expect from the fielder at mid-off. Well. It's a handy boundary for Ankur, and 6 runs of the first 5 balls of this over so far. Fielding obviously is going to be critical in this game, in any T20 game. We've already seen some extra runs given in the field by the fielding team. Final ball of the 5th over coming up, Ankur on strike. Oh, picked up beautifully. There is a fielder in the deep, but he's played it to perfection in the gap, and that's gone for a glorious shot on the leg side. That's, I would say, 4 runs. In fact, it's a 6. What a shot that by Ankur. It was beautifully timed. No one in the deep, and that's why I say he's a phenomenal talent, Ankur. 39 for 1 after 5 Cardinals. We'll be back in a few seconds. All right, so 39 for 1, final over of the power play. Darpan on strike, angled across by Balaji, and not a wide, and rightly so, as that ball deviated further away from the batter after it crossed the batter. So a good call that by the umpire. It will be Balaji who's in his 3rd over. He's picked up 1 wicket so far. Darpan again on strike. This is played on the leg side of his pads, and it's gone for 4. A glorious shot, picking the gap again beautifully that by Darpan. It was on his pads and he placed it to perfection. Take a look at the replay. This was on the pads and he almost swept it away on the leg side. There was a fielder in the deep, but he had no chance whatsoever. So Darpan gets his first boundary, 43 on the board, 4 legal balls to go in the power play. At the other end is Ankur batting on 20 of 14. And it will be Balaji to continue here. Darpan on strike. This is well bowled. Again, he tried to play the big shot on the leg side, but missed out, I would say, because had he got some bat on it, it would have been at least a couple of runs, if not a boundary. So 2.3 overs, 1 for 16. It's been a brilliant spell so far by Balaji. He's bowling in the power play, just two fielders outside the circle, and so far he's done a great job for his team. Just adjusting the field, getting an extra fielder on the leg side, given that the ball is coming into the right-handed batter, and also given that Darpan is looking at that region on the leg side. So I would say a good change that by the fielding team as Balaji comes in. This time he's picked it up on the offside and it's gone all the way for six. What a shot this by Darpan. There was no one in the deep on the offside, over the head of mid off, and a glorious six. This is skillful batting, and he's playing the field here. Take a look at this. Walking down the track, couple of steps, no one in the deep on the offside. We are in the power play, and beautifully timed for six. What a shot this by Darpan. So he's got 10 runs in this over, and he's played two brilliant shots. He's raced on to 11 of 5, batting with a strike rate of more than 200 for now. Current run rate is close to 9, 8.65. So it's been a good start here by Cardinals in the power play. Two more balls to go in this over. It will be Balaji to continue. It is Darpan on strike. In comes Balaji. This time it's short and it's pulled away, but there is a fielder on the leg side. So it will be stopped by the fielder. And that's exactly where they got that extra fielder on the leg side. So that was a good change, as that ensured that this was a dot ball. So final ball of the power play coming up, 10 runs of this over so far. This time again, it's the back of length ball. He's tried to play the big shot. This can be a catch. Yes, it is a very good catch that by the fielder. And that's brilliantly done tactically. A very good ploy that by DC Capitals. And Balaji again showing his class with the ball. He's picked up his second wicket in the power play. Remember, he went for 10 runs in this over. Take a look at this. This was back of length. He tried to play the big shot, not quite getting the connection. The ball went high up in the air, and take a look at the fielder. What a catch that. Beautifully done. Second wicket down here. The power play is done. Cardinals 49 for 2. And we will be back in a few seconds. Of course, Ankur is still there in the middle, and he is key and he is critical for Cardinals. He has to bat long from their perspective. But what a start this by Balaji! Two wickets in the power play, 2 for 22 in 3 overs. We were talking about Ankur. He had a great tour of Australia, and he and Zishan, they both had some really good partnerships there, playing for the USA over 40 team. Both really good batters. Zishan, of course, he's not here in Atlanta for this tournament, but we all know his skill set with the bat as well. An amazing left-handed top order batter. He can take the attack to the opposition as well. So he's missed in this tournament, and hopefully we'll see him next time. But phenomenal talent, Zishan. He's not here, like I said. But Zishan and Ankur, two really good batters for the USA over 40 team. And back to the game, I was talking about the fantasy league. Like I said, a great initiative. Reach out to Mustafa Hemani. Some really good prizes on offer. Registering is obviously free. So reach out to Mustafa Hemani for details and be part of the fantasy league so that you can be involved even if you're not playing and win some great prizes. All right, first ball after the power play coming up. And this is played nicely by Ankur back to the bowler. It will be a single. Of course, the power play is done, so they can have five fielders outside the circle now. And that is the 50 up. We are in the seventh over. All right, so we have the new batter Jyoti Singh who's walked in at number 4 here for Cardinals. Second ball of the seventh, beautifully bowled, angled into the right-handed batter in the block hole. He did get some bat on it, so it'll be a single on the leg side. So a couple of singles to start the over. This Ruffy is bowling his second over, and he gave away 12 runs in his first over. All right, so it is Ankur on strike, batting on 21 of 15. And it is Ruffy to continue here. 51 on the board for Cardinals. This is well bowled, and in fact, it's missed by the keeper, so it will be a boundary, and it is leg byes. It was off the pads, so 4 runs nevertheless for Cardinals. A handy boundary in the first over after the power play. So take a look at the replay. This was angled into the right-handed batter, got some pad, and I would say the keeper probably could have stopped it. Fielding is critical. I'm talking about it. We've already seen three balls which have resulted in a few extra runs here, and these are handy runs, especially in a T20 game where the margins are very small. Every run matters. As we see Rafi continuing, this is stylishly played. Look at that square drive, beautifully played by Ankur, but straight to the fielder. But that was a good looking shot. Like I said, when he plays those shots, he really looks very stylish, and we saw one of those shots not quite picking the gap over there. So this was well bowled by Rafi. He's bowling to his field. I can say that because he knows he's going to get the ball into the right-handed batter. He's setting his field accordingly, ensuring he's covering the angles. And as we see over here, he's getting an extra fielder on the offside now. So current run rate is 8.25. Paramveer's Sports Complex. Excellent facilities these. Again, beautifully bowled, and this is good bowling. Now he's keeping the ball outside the off stump, encouraging and making Ankur play on the offside. So, and he's got that extra fielder on the offside as well. So tactically, nicely done that by Ruffy. He's got two dot balls. He gave away 12 runs in his first over, barring the four leg byes. He's given away just a couple of singles in this over. So it's been a good over after the power play. Just 6 runs so far of the first 5 balls. Final ball coming up over here of this over. This is again steered away beautifully. What a shot this by Ankur. He picked the gap. That's a really stylish shot, a good looking shot. There was no one in the deep in that vacant region towards third man. Take a look at this. Gloriously played. He bisected the field to perfection, and he gets a timely boundary. So that's the end of the seventh. 59 for two Cardinals. We'll be back in a few seconds. All right, so 59 for 2 after 7, and Ankur batting on 25 of 19. Jyoti Singh off the mark on the first ball that he faced. We have a change in bowling. It is going to be Amik Khan who's coming into the attack. So we have spin for the first time in this match. It'll be interesting to see how the spinners operate, uh, because this is day two of this tournament. Amit coming in, right arm over. First ball beautifully bowled. That's outside the off stump, missed by the keeper, but a good start here by Amit Khan. Like I said, I mean, it's going to be important to see how the spinners operate. Spinners would come into the game as the tournament progresses, as the games progress. Second ball again, beautifully bowled. Look at that length by Amit Khan. He's a really skillful spinner, and we can see from the first two balls that he bowled over here. The way he started, he's a confident player, and it reflects in his body language. Third ball of the over coming up here, beautifully bowled again, like giving nothing to the batter. Can't do much with it, but three dot balls to start the over, and it's a good start here by Amit Khan. Of course, Cardinals, they have Devin Haricha as well in their setup. He's still to come to bat. Well bowled again, four dot balls. This is really skillful bowling. Bowling to his field, excellent length, and not giving any pace to work with. And what a start this by Amik. He's already bowled four balls and given away no runs so far. Jyoti Singh facing Amit Khan here. This is pulled away on the leg side, and that's a wicket over here, straight to the fielder. So a really good setup this by Amit Khan. He bowled four dot balls. The pressure was mounting on Jyoti Singh. Take a look at this replay. This ball spun in, tried to play the pull shot over mid wicket, straight to the fielder, and a well deserved wicket for Amit Khan. He gets his first wicket, the third wicket down here for Cardinals. They are 59 for 3, and we will be back in a few seconds. All right, so we have Devin Haricha who's walking in here at number 5 for Cardinals. I was talking about Devin again, another player who was part of the USA over 40 team on the tour to Australia. A phenomenal talent with the bat and with the ball, and he had a fairly good tour of Australia as well. Picked up few wickets, scored some runs, and some handy contributions by him. So this is an important partnership. Two players who represented US in the over 40 setup on the tour to Australia recently in the middle for Cardinals, and it's very important from their perspective that these two stitch together a big partnership. Amik Khan, he started well over here for his team and for himself. Beautifully bowled. What an over this by Amik. It's a wicket maiden to start, and phenomenal start by Amik Khan. 8 overs done, Cardinals 59 for 3. We'll be back in a few seconds. All right, so 8 overs, 59 for 3. A fantastic over by Amik Khan, a wicket maiden. And it is going to be spin from both ends. It's going to be Ashwin Boini again, another talented player in the over 40 setup. He has been part of the USA over 40 setup as well. Of course, really talented left arm spinner. He's going to start over here for his team. So spin from both ends. I was talking about it. Like, we'll have to see how the spinners go. And so far, Amik Khan, he started phenomenally for his team with a wicket maiden. Now it's going to be Ashwin to Ankur coming left arm around. Beautifully bowled. Ashwin is a really skillful left arm spinner. He tosses the ball up, doesn't give any pace to work with, and he gets good turn as well most days. So we'll see how he goes here. He started with a dot ball. Second ball left arm around to Ankur. This is cut away nicely and beautifully played there by Ankur. There is no one at sweeper cover. That's 4 runs. A beautiful cut shot. Ankur is a really, really good player of spin and pace. And yet again, there was an example of that, how he rocked back on the back foot and played the cut shot to perfection in the vacant region towards deep point. Take a look at that. Beautifully played. I mean, if anyone wants to see how to play spin, that is one example. Just wait, don't commit to it, play as late as you can, and play in the gap. Nicely done by Ankur. He's moved on to 29 now of 21 balls. As we have a change in field, the slip is coming out. Ashwin just adjusting his field. So there is no slip in place now. He's getting a fielder in the deep on the offside after that boundary. And it will be Ankur on strike. 63 for 3 Cardinals in a spot of bother here. So this is really good bowling by DC Capitals after winning the toss and deciding to field. Shot outside the off stump again. Played the cut shot beautifully. This time there is a fielder in the deep exactly where that ball went. So it will be just a single. But obviously the important aspect is to play late when you're playing spin, especially on natural turf. And now we'll have Devin on strike. Devin, a phenomenal all-rounder, a genuine all-rounder with the bat, and he can win matches with the bat and with the ball as well. This is well bowled, played on the offside. They're going for the quick single. Nicely done that by Devin. Devin can play some good shots. He can play the big hits. He's well known to play those big shots over the boundary. Obviously, he's just walked in now, and he will take his time. Yesterday, he had a vital contribution for his team when they were in a spot of bother. He scored 25 important runs for his team, besides bowling well when they were bowling as well. This is flighted and swept away beautifully on the leg side by Ankur. It'll be just a single. So 66 for 3 now. We are in the ninth over. And from Cardinals' perspective, they would definitely want to cross the 140 mark, at least a minimum, to make a match out of this. Ashwin to Devin. I was talking about it. He can play the big shot. This time he's picked it up from outside the off stump and it's gone all the way for 6. What a shot that by Devin. Exactly what we were talking about. And here was an example of that. This one was tossed up outside the off stump and he timed it to perfection. The slog sweep, it went all the way for 6. What a shot that by Devin. So a 6 to finish the ninth, 72 for 3. And we will be back in a few seconds. First ball of the 10th. This is beautifully played by Ankur. Placed it to perfection on the leg side. It was the full toss and he swept it in the vacant region on the leg side and swept it fine for 4. Glorious shot this by Ankur. And yet again, another example of his amazing skill set to play good spin bowling. In comes Amik to Ankur. See that again. He's rocked back on the back foot and played it on the offside for a single. So 5 runs of the first two balls, in fact, 11 runs of the last three balls, given that there was a six of the last ball of the previous over. So it's been a good change of gears by both these batters in the last three balls. And it will be Devin now on strike facing Amik. Well bowled and back to the bowler. Good ball that by Amik over here. So 77 for three. Last three balls of the 10th over coming up. All right, so it's Amik Khan to Devin. Beautifully bowled. That's out. It's caught behind. It was the quicker one. Tried to play the cut shot. All right, so 77 for four. And Amik. All right, so that's another wicket over here. And that's the fifth wicket down. So 2 wickets in the over here for Amik Khan. Take a look at the replay. This one was right in front of the stumps, and that's dead. The batter knew it as well. In fact, it looked like he did not know, but that was plumb. 77 for 5 after 10. And what a start this by DC Capitals. Amik Khan, he's picked up his third wicket. What a spell this is from Amik. 1.5 overs, 3 wickets, and just 5 runs. Struggling Central Cardinals, 5 down. Ankur Kasal at one end. He's holding one end. He's on 36 of 25 balls. And it's Rohit Verma now walking in at number 7 for Central Cardinals. Of course, DC Capitals, they won the toss, decided to bowl, and what a job the bowling team has done. What a job the bowlers have done, especially Amik Khan. 3 for 5 in 1.5 overs. He's in the middle of a really, really good spell over here for his team. 2 wickets in this over, and he will be on a hat trick over here. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see how this ball pans out, as this will be the final ball of the 10th over. Rohit Verma has walked in at number 7. Hat trick ball coming up. Fantasy League, we were talking about it. So whoever has picked up Amit Khan, they're really, really making some good points over here. If Amit Khan is part of your Fantasy League team, he's on a hat trick over here. He's got an attacking field. So they're really, really going for the hat trick. Let's see what happens. In comes Amit Khan over here. Well bowled, defended on the offside. So what I know over this, 5 runs and a couple of wickets. 10 overs done. Cardinals 77 for 5. We'll be back in a few seconds. All right, so Ankur on strike. He's played it on the offside for a single. He's moved on to 37 now of 26 balls and really played some amazing, good looking shots. Um, it's 78 for 5, 10.1. Ashwin coming in now to the new batter, Rohit Verma, who's faced one ball so far. There is a slip in place. Ashwin was a tad expensive in his first over. He went for 13 runs. He would like to make amends and come back strong here for his team. This is tossed up. What a ball. This is exactly what I was talking about. The skill set that Ashwin possesses with the ball. This was an example of that. A classical left arm spinner's ball tossed up and moved away from the batter. Take a look at this. Beautifully flighted and turned, and not much the batter could do. In fact, it was lucky for him he did not get the outside edge. There is a slip in place as well. This is what I was talking about. He's really a skillful left arm spinner, and that was one example there. Ashwin continuing here. He's tall, so he can make good use of his height as well. This is outside the off stump. I believe it's a wide, and rightly so. He enticed the batter over there, or rather tried to entice the batter by bowling it wider outside the off stump, but it was too wide. So in the end, it was a wide outside the off stump. So an extra run over here for Cardinals. Rohit Verma on strike. In comes Ashwin. This is down the leg side and missed by the keeper. It'll go for four, is what I think, but not quite. The ball did not quite have the pace to go all the way to the boundary, but a couple of runs over there. So plus the wide, so 3 runs extra added. So not quite getting his line right over here, Ashwin, so far in his spell. He's he's bowled back-to-back wides over here, and it's been a tad expensive. But once he gets his line and length, as we saw on the second ball of this over, is not that easy to score off. Nevertheless, two back-to-back wides and extra runs, and these are important runs for Cardinals given that they are in a spot of bother with 82 for 5. In comes Ashwin, left arm around. Oh, well bowled, and the impact is outside the off stump there. So not out, says the umpire, and rightly so. The batter walking across the off stump, and luckily for him, it hit the pads, but it was outside the off stump. So a good decision that by the umpire. Take a look at the replay. This one, impact outside off. Good call. Flighted ball taken on the full, and that's a dot ball. There is a fielder in position at mid wicket. So this is a good comeback after a couple of wides by Ashwin. Two dot balls. Again, well bowled down the leg side. So final ball of the over coming up. 82 for 5. Ashwin coming in left arm around. It is Rohit Verma on strike. He's taking the first slip a tad wider, almost a second slip. Ashwin to Rohit outside the off stump. Beautifully bowled. So 4 dot balls to finish the over after 11 Cardinals 82 for 5. We'll be back in a few seconds. All right, so it's Amik Khan in the middle of a great spell over here for his team. He's picked up 3 wickets already in his first 2 overs. There is a slip in place. This is a good contest. Amik to Ankur, who's batting beautifully on 37. This is again taken on the full, nicely played. The sweep shot, finer. This time there is a fielder right there, but it'll be a single. Tactically, a good ploy this by DC Capitals. They are happy to give the single to Ankur and probably target the batter at the other end for now at least, because Ankur is settled in nicely. He's batting on 38, like we saw in the previous over as well. They got a sing. They gave a single to Ankur, and then they bowled all the balls, the remaining balls in that over to the other batter, that is Rohit. This time Amik to Rohit now. This is well bowled, and it's a dot ball on the offside. So good, skillful, tactical field setup and good bowling by the bowler who's bowling to his field. Amik, of course, in the middle of a great spell over here for his team. DC Capitals right on top in this game so far. This is again down the leg side. This time it will be a single. I believe it's a leg by. We'll wait for the umpire signal. Yes, it is a leg by. So this is good stuff over here from Amik Khan. 2.3 overs, 3 wickets and 6 runs. What a spell! This has been phenomenal. It's Ankur on strike, batting beautifully on 38. This time, whoa, what a ball! Tried to play on the offside, beaten outside the off stump. Ankur, he's very good with that shot. He uses his wrists to perfection when he's placing it on the offside. This time, beaten outside the off stump. So a good ball. Like I said, this is a good contest between these two. Amik Khan in the middle of a good spell. He's obviously one of the really talented over 40 players. And Ankur, like I mentioned, he was recently part of the USA team on the tour to Australia. Amik to Ankur, this time well bowled in the block hole, defended back to the bowler. It's important for Cardinals that Ankur bats the 20 overs, as that will ensure they get to a respectable score. Final ball of the 12th over coming up. Current run rate is 7.10 and 84 for 5 Cardinals. Amik to Ankur. This time played on the leg side, but it's straight to mid wicket. Good anticipation by the fielder. So a dot ball to finish the over. After 12, it's 84 for 5. We'll be back in a few seconds. All right, so 84 for 5. First ball of the 13th over coming up. It is Ashwin, left arm around. Oh, beautifully bowled. Rohit Verma tried to play the sweep shot on the leg side. He's yet to get off the mark. He's faced 9 balls so far. And Ashwin, he's come back really strongly. He's bowled 5 dot balls on a trot, along with the 4 in the previous over and the first ball of this over. Oh, the arm ball. Luckily for Rohit, he got some bat on it. It will be a single on the leg side, but what a ball this by Ashwin. It was the arm ball, and the bat saved the batter, I would say. Anyways, Rohit Verma is off the mark, and it's important that he stays there with Ankur, as that will give Cardinals a good chance to cross 130 in this match. Remember, they defended 146 very easily yesterday against Houston Phoenix. So if they cross that 140 mark, we have a game on. This is again down the leg side and swept fine by Ankur. And this time it is gone on the leg side. It'll be a couple of runs. And in the end, Ankur has now moved on to 40. Like we see, he's got all the shots, Ankur. He plays the slog sweep, he plays the fine paddle sweep, really stylish shots on the offside. So he's got the full range. Uh, no wonder he's one of the really talented batters in the USA over 40 setup. Ashwin to Ankur. This time steered away on the offside and beautifully played again. And it's just a single this time. This time, as you see, he came on the front foot and opened the face of the bat at the last minute, which is critical when you're playing good spinners. And just watching him bat, there is a lot to learn. As we see now a slip coming in place for Rohit Verma. Ashwin to Rohit. This time the quicker one, cut away beautifully by Rohit, and this time it is gone towards sweeper cover, and they go for 2. So good running by both the batters. A good shot by Rohit, that one. That was the quicker one, but he played it to perfection on the offside. Couple of runs here for Rohit. Final ball of the 13th over coming up now. 90 runs on the board for Cardinals. It's Ashwin coming into Rohit. This time again, he tried to play the sweep shot, and how did that miss the off stump, says Ashwin. A dot ball to finish the 13th after 13 Cardinals 90 for 5. We'll be back in a few seconds. Yeah, as we are waiting, I would like to mention the hard work being put in by the 40s executive committee, especially Pawan, Zigmin. Um, Also, would like to mention Krish. Obviously, we all know he's unwell and recovering from some health issues. So prayers for him. But all the hard work that Pawan, Zigmin, and everyone else in the committee, Arun Bhai, of course, Vinod, and Parak Bhai. So all these phenomenal, selfless guys who work day in day out to give us tournaments like these. So we are really thankful to them, as this is a platform that is given an opportunity for all the players. This time it's played on the leg side by Ankur, and it will be just a single. There is a lot of planning and preparation that goes behind the scenes, and a lot of hard work being put in. We also have some amazing volunteers, Prasad being one of them. They've worked really hard, and Adnan, of course, Adnan, Shane. Would like to mention this tournament happening for the first time in Atlanta, so it was a completely new setup for everyone, and everyone really supported this overall. And today here we are at the Paramveer's Sports Complex, and some amazing facilities, excellent grounds these. As we can see, the setup is really good, the umpires, everyone. So just the overall support gives these players the platform to really excel at the national level. This time pulled away beautifully by Ankur, rocked on the back foot and in the gap for four. Again, an example of his amazing footwork against spinners. The trigger movement was forward, then he saw the length, it was a tad short, rocked back on the back foot and pulled it away to perfection in the gap on the leg side. Take a look at that. What a shot this by Ankur. He's really looking good, and he's playing an amazing, important inning for his team. He's raced on to 46 now of 34 balls, and batting beautifully. Amik Khan in his final over. What a spell this has been from him. This time flighted, well bowled. Good comeback by Amik. From DC Capitals' perspective, they would want Amik to finish with another wicket over here. And Ankur would want to see off this bowler who's bowling beautifully. This time again played on the leg side. It will be a single. He does play the sweep shot really well, Ankur. So we have the final ball of Amik's spell coming up. A phenomenal spell. 3.5 overs, 3 for 12. This is brilliant by Amik. He's now going to bowl to Rohit, and this is the final ball of the 14th over. So I was talking about it. Pawan, Prasad, Sushil, of course, would want to mention Sushil. The sort of things that he supports the 40s EC with, amazing. That's a dot ball to finish the 14th after 1497 for 5 Cardinals. And we will be back in a few seconds. All right, so it's 97 for 5. Ankur batting on 47 of 36. We are in the 15th over. It will be Ashwin to continue here. He's coming left arm around, tossed up beautifully, and nicely played by Ankur on the offside. It's a dot ball, so a good start here by Ashwin. He's in his final over. He was a tad expensive in his first over, but came back really well after that. Yet to pick up a wicket, Ashwin. This time again tossed up, and they're thinking about a quick single, not quite there. So two dot balls here so far in this over. Good start here by Ashwin in his final over. So both the spinners, they've done well for their team so far. Ashwin to Ankur again. This time again well bowled outside the off stump, three dot balls. So this is a good over here by Ashwin. He's not picked up any wickets, but he's bowled economically so far for his team. From his team's perspective, they would want him to finish with one wicket at least in the remaining three balls of his spell. We'll have to see how it goes. Ankur batting on 47 of 39. Just waiting. Just waiting for the keeper. Yeah, all the hard work being put in by Pawan, Nishant, Zigmin, Adnan, Arun Bhai, Sushil, Prasad. I mean, we really are thankful to them. Of course, I would like to mention the excellent streaming by Hassan and his team. They do a phenomenal job to give us this coverage, the live stream, and all that. Not to forget the Fantasy League. Keep that in mind. Reach out to Mustafa Hemani. Oh, this time he is straight to short third. Ankur tried to play the cut shot, got the outside edge. We were talking about it. Ashwin is in the middle of a good spell, and he's picked up the big wicket of Ankur, who departs against the run of play for a fantastic 47 of 40 balls. Take a look at the replay. This was the arm ball outside the off stump, tried to play the cut shot. There was a fielder right there for that shot, and straight in his hands. And that's a big wicket over here for DC Capitals. A big wicket by Ashwin, and again, he's showing his skill set over here with the ball. Ashwin, he gets his first wicket, and that's 6 wickets down for Cardinals. Ankur departs for a well made 47, and we will be back in a few seconds. All right, so we have Zigmin, who's walking in here at number 8 for his team. I was talking about the Fantasy League. Reach out to Mustafa Hemani, a great initiative. This is the first time Masters has got the Masters Fantasy League. So if you're not part of the game, not playing, you can still win some prizes, still be involved, still follow the games and see who are the top players, and not just watch them, but if you have them in your team, you win some big prizes. Reach out to Mustafa Hemani. He can guide you on that. There is a trading window and all those amazing things, and we have had more than 55 teams registered in the fantasy league, so you can still be part of it. Reach out to Mustafa Hemani. Again, thank you to Mustafa Hemani for the phenomenal fantasy league initiative. New batter Zigmin, and tried to play the cut shot. In the end, it's a dot ball. What an over this has been by Ashwin. He's bowled 5 dot balls, picked up the big wicket of Ankur. And like I was talking about it, his first over was a tad expensive. It went for 12, I believe. From there, he's come back really well. Final ball of his spell. Back to the bowler, a wicket maiden, including the big wicket of Ankur in that over. 15 done, a top class spell by Ashwin. 4 overs, 1 for 24. Overall, Cardinals 97 for 6. We'll be back in a few seconds. All right, so we have the final 5 overs coming up. It is Rohit on strike, batting on 14 of 3 balls, 97 for 6. Yeah, talking about Masters, yeah, we'll just give you some info about how Masters started as an organization, a cricket organization. As Adil Bhatti is back in the attack, it will be a single on the leg side. Yeah, it's something that came up as an idea, I believe. Something that came up as a discussion between Parag Ananta, Syed Shahnawaz, and a lot of other amazing selfless people. And then they thought, let's try this. And then thanks to Saki Muhammad, who basically said, yeah, let's do it in the over 50 category at the iconic Musa Cricket Stadium, the ICC approved ground. That was the first tournament which happened in 2021, and since then here we are in 2025. And from over 50, now we have age groups over 40, over 50, over 60, over 70. Can you believe that? I mean, it's such a unique concept. And to see the number of international tournaments undertaken across age groups and the sort of performances given by all the players. I mean, talking about over 50, Fazal Alam, what a phenomenal tour he's having in Australia right now. 200s for the USA team as captain in the 2 wins against Canada. And that's just one example. He's one really passionate batter, but an amazing individual who works tirelessly in the over 50 setup. And he's got 200s for the USA team as captain currently in Australia. Phenomenal that by Fuzzle. But overall, as a concept, I mean, 4 age groups over 40, 50, 60, 70, and the number of tournaments, a lot of hard work behind the scenes by a lot of selfless volunteers. This time on the offside, Zygmunt plays it over the head of the fielder. It will be just a single. In fact, a slight misfield by Balaji, but that has resulted in a couple of runs. So 5 runs of the first 4 balls in this over from Adil Bhatti. And yeah, talking about it, we have the over 40 T20 World Cup coming up now in November. That will be in Karachi, Pakistan. So obviously, this nationals is a big platform, as the team will be picked by the selectors after this for that World Cup. This is played on the leg side for a single. So Adil Bhatti yet to pick up a wicket, but given away 21 runs, so not that expensive. Players like Adil Bhatti, we have Danish Kaneria playing in this tournament as well for Houston Phoenix. I mean, we all know more than 200 international wickets, and to see such players playing here, I mean, that is inspiration and motivation for everyone else who's representing their teams in nationals. A good short ball, that dot ball to finish the 16th over, 103 for 6 Cardinals, and we'll be back in a few seconds. All right, so we have the 17th over coming up. It's 103 for 6. Current run rate is 6.44. Zygmunt is batting on 4 of 5 balls. Zygmunt, I was talking about him. He's another executive committee member who's worked so much behind the scenes. A lot of hard work being put in by him as well to give the time and to put in the efforts. Zygmunt, Pawan, I mean, we cannot thank them enough for whatever they have been doing for weeks. I mean, this tournament, we see all the facilities, everything being so structured, but there is hard work that is being put in for 2 to 3 months prior to that, which results in what we see over here. So thank you to Pawan, Zigmin. Again, I know I'm repeating it, but they really deserve all the accolades and the acknowledgement from our end. Pawan, Zigmin, Sushil, Arun Bhai, Vinod, Prasad, Parag Bhai. This time, a big shot over the head of the bowler, and it's gone for six. In fact, one bounce four. Beg your pardon. What a shot this by Rohit. A handy boundary and a timely one for Cardinals. He gets his first boundary here. Rohit is moved on to 9 of 18 balls, but that was a good-looking shot. We have a change in bowling, of course. This ball bowled by Ram, who's in the attack. This is his first over here, and there was room to play that shot, and he played it to perfection. There was a fielder at long on; he had no chance. So there are 22 legal balls to go from here, and from Cardinals' perspective, they would want to get as close to the 140 mark if they can. If they have 140 on the board, I'm sure we have an exciting second half coming up. Still 22 legal balls to go. We'll have to see how it pans out from here. And we're just waiting for the ball to come back. Ram Maineni, he's the new bowler who's into the attack. This is his first over here. It's an interesting choice by the captain to get a new bowler in the 17th over of this inning, and that to a spinner. So, but a good ploy. Of course, the Paramveer's Sports Complex, excellent facilities and some amazing grounds. Very scenic background, as you can see over there, and a good day to watch and play cricket. In comes Ram. This time it's cut away on the offside of the back foot beautifully by Rohit. It should be a couple of runs. And yes, a couple of runs. Good running by both the batters. So good intent being shown here by Rohit in this over. He's moved on to 11 now. And Ram Maineni given away 7 runs of his first 3 balls. We'll have to see how this pans out here as Rohit is on strike. This time, oh, it's straight back. Luckily for the umpire, that hit the stumps and moved away. Otherwise, that was coming to the umpire. A single over there, nevertheless. Ram Maineni, he looks like a military medium bowler. Kind of interesting that he's got a short run up. He's given away 8 runs of his first 4 balls in this over so far. He would want to finish well for his team. The keeper is standing up. In fact, he's a wrist spinner. Beg your pardon, not a military medium. Missed that over there, but he's a wrist spinner and looks like he bowls the wrong ones. Like that's his stock ball, given that he's bowled a few of those in this over. Missed the length on one, which went for a boundary, but a good fifth ball of the over. Final ball now coming up from Ram. It's Zigmin on strike. That's the wrong one again. Played on the offside by Zigmin, giving himself some room. So a good over that for Cardinals. After 17, they are 112 for 6. We'll be back in a few seconds. All right, so we are back again, and yeah, we missed the initial part of the stream. It was a couple of runs over there for Zigmin of the bowling of Adil. Adil is in his final over here, 3.1 overs, none for 23. 114 on the board for Cardinals. We are in the 18th over, so 17 legal balls to go from here. Adil coming into Zigmin. This time he's picked up over the head of the bowler. There is a fielder at long off, so it'll be just a single. But these are vital runs over here for Cardinals. They have been put into bat by DC Capitals. DC Capitals on paper a very strong team, and they had a good win yesterday. Chased a big total. I was talking about it. Adil Bhatti scoring 92 not out yesterday. This time the short ball pulled away beautifully by Rohit, and it's gone towards the deep mid wicket boundary for four. That's a good looking shot. Rohit Verma, he's really changed gears in the last couple of overs and got a couple of handy boundaries. Take a look at this replay. This was the short ball by Adil, pulled away, and the fielder at mid wicket tried to go for the catch. In the end, not quite getting it, and that's gone for four towards deep mid wicket. So a good boundary here for Cardinals. 119 for six. Current run rate is 6.80. I'm talking about it. They would want to ideally cross the 140 mark to make a match out of this. Like I said yesterday, they defended 146 easily against the opponent. So they do have a good bowling lineup. So if they cross that 140 mark, it can be a good game. This time outside the off stump played, and they're going for the quick single on the offside. And that's a direct hit. Appeal for the run out. Not out, says the umpire. Um, so of course, the Masters USA Cricket Organization, they take the spirit of the game award very seriously. Play hard, play fair, and play in the right spirit to win the Spirit of the Game award. Take a look at the replay here. The direct hit, but the batter was way in. A good call by the umpire. This was a dot ball here by Adil, so he is in his final ball of his spell. He's given away 8 runs in this over, 29 of 3.5, and it'll be Zigman on strike. Take a look at that. Is the replay, the direct hit, and the batter was in. So a good call by the umpire. But again, kudos to Hassan and his team for the excellent streaming facilities. A dot ball to finish the over for Adil. It's 18 done. Cardinals 120 for 6. And we have the last 2 overs of the inning coming up. We'll be back in a few seconds. All right, so it's going to be Ram to continue. He's uh, he's amongst those unique bowlers whose stock ball is the wrong one. Take a look at this. Beautifully bowled. Luckily for the batter, that one did not go on the stumps. In fact, it's gone for 4. Handy runs this. As they say, it doesn't matter how they come as long as they come. Here is one example of that. I'll just wait for the umpire's signal, um, whether it was buys or it was off the bat. Looks like 4 buys. Yes, that's the right call there. A tad unlucky for Ram, but lucky for Cardinals. These are important handy runs. These two have stitched together a good partnership after Ankur departed. And yeah, Ram is just adjusting his field on the leg side. Take a look at this replay. This was the wrong one. Missed everything. Missed the keeper. Missed the batter. Missed the stumps. And 4 runs. Handy boundary for Cardinals. Second ball of the over coming up. Ram to Rohit. This time played on the offside. The cover drive. It'll be a single. Yeah, talking about streaming, I mean, kudos to Hassan and his team for the amazing streaming that we see for these games. I mean, replays and like all the ball by ball, the way it's done. This is an appeal for leg before, not out, says the umpire. The impact was outside the line, I believe. But yeah, the streaming facilities, we just see the games, how nicely they are streamed, the coverage. So thank you to Hassan and his team. Great job by them. They work a lot behind the scenes. It's a full team that gives us this platform and what we see in front of our eyes. This time picked up on the leg side by Rohit. There's a fielder in the deep towards deep mid wicket. They should think about two, but not quite there. Just a single. So they've got 7 runs of the first 4 balls, including the 4 byes so far in this over. 8 balls to go in this inning, unless there is a wide or a no ball. This time picked up beautifully by Zigman, and it's gone towards the deep square leg region for 6. What a shot by Zigman. He was almost anticipating the ball would be there, shuffled across and picked the gap to perfection. And what timing by Zigman. We'll take a look at the replay if it comes up, but a phenomenal shot. Let's take a look at this. Taken on the full, and what timing. He just placed it and timed it, and it's gone all the way for 6. What a shot. There was no one in that region. This is an important knock by Zigman, a very handy cameo for his team. This is again the full toss outside the off stump, and this time he's played it on the leg side. Probably would have been wide if he would have let it go, but that's just a single. So 13 runs of that over, a good one for Cardinals. 134 for 6, I believe the score will say. We'll be back in a few seconds for the final over. All right, so we have the final over now. It's 134 for 6. And Rohit batting on 19 of 25, Zigman on 16 of 15. Balaji coming in to finish his spell. First ball angled into the right-handed batter. It'll be a single. He bowled a top-class first spell Balaji did in the power play. 3 overs, 2 for 22. Here he is in his final over. This is, of course, the over 40 T20 Nationals. Just to give some updates about the other games happening. Silicon Valley, they're struggling at 53 for 9 against Midwest Thunderbirds. Midwest Thunderbirds, they won the toss, elected to field. Midwest, of course, yesterday in their first game got the opponent out for less than 50, so they are doing phenomenally with their bowling. And California against Northern X Factor, that's the other game happening. California Waves 101 for 4 in the 18 overs. North X Factor, they won the toss and decided to field. Northern X Factor. Arizona Devils, again they were 48 all out today against United Masters. I believe they got all out for less than 15. Their second game yesterday after the 100 in the first match from their play by their player. So not quite going to plan for Arizona Devils today as well. Los Angeles Hunters struggling against Houston Stunners. They're 73 for 8. LA Hunters, Houston Stunners won the toss and elected to field. Coming back to this game, fourth ball of the over. They've got 3 singles so far. It'll be a leg by on the offside, so 4 singles. Then we have Lone Star Dragons, an attacking batting team. They are 128 for 7 in 19.2 against Central East Kings. That's a good game to look out. 2 strong teams playing there. And of course, we have Central Cardinals playing DC Capitals over here. So those are the games, those are the scores. Fantasy League, take a look at the players that you have picked, and hopefully you earn some points, win some prizes. Reach out to Mustafa Hemani if you have questions or want to register your team. Phenomenal concept by Mustafa Hemani to involve those who are not playing. So great job by him. A lot of hard work put in by him as well. As we have Balaji coming into Zigman. This time he's played it on the leg side, and that is a single, I believe, on the leg side. So 5 singles in the over, 139. We were talking about the 140 mark. So Cardinals are there, close to 140. Final ball coming up. They would want to get a boundary here. 5 singles so far, including a leg by in this over. A very good last over this by Balaji. Final ball of the inning. This time tried to play the paddle, but they're going for the bye. It will be a run out. So a good job that by the keeper preventing that extra run. So 139 for 6 is what Central Cardinals finish with in their allotted 20 overs. In fact, 139 for 7 because last ball was a run out. And of course, DC Capitals, they won the toss, decided to bowl. So they would be happy with the way things have panned out so far. For Cardinals, Ankur Kasal, an amazing 47 of 40 balls with 5 fours and 2 sixes. And in the end, Rohit Verma playing a good knock of 20 of 28 balls. He did take his time, but he ensured they batted the 20 overs. And Zigman played an important cameo, 19 of 18 balls. From the bowling perspective, Adil Bhatti, 4 overs, none for 29. Balaji, a top class spell, 4 overs, 2 for 26. And the spinners, the two spinners, Amik and Ashwin, 8 overs between them, 4 for 36. 4 overs, 3 for 12 for Amik, 4 overs, 1 for 24 for Ashwin, including the big wicket of Ankur that Ashwin took. So that's where we stand. That's the end of the first session. We'll be back in a few minutes for the second session. An exciting run chase is on. 140 to win for DC Capitals. So we'll join you in few minutes from now. Thank you. And yeah, Central Cardinals, they are defending 140. So it'll be interesting to see how they go. It will be Zigman Patel who will be opening the bowling here. They're starting with a spinner, a good ploy, I would say. It is Amik Khan on strike, first ball. This is played on the offside by Amik, and a good stop by the fielder there. But it should be a single. So, of course, the scorecard is, yeah, here we are. The scorecard is reflecting everything now. It is Zigmin Patel who's opening the bowling here. 140 is the target, required run rate of 7 per over. And now it will be Adil Bhatti who's on strike to face his first ball. This is played on the leg side nicely for a single by Adil. So two singles to start the inning. Remember, they are chasing 140. So 140 to win, and two singles so far to start this. Zigman coming into Amik. This is played on the offside nicely, and it should be a couple of runs, I believe. In fact, it's just a single, so a good stop by the fielder. So three singles to start the inning, 3 runs on the board, and Adil now on strike. He's facing Zigman. Zigman coming in right arm over. This time it's picked up straight back over the head of the bowler, and it's gone all the way for 6. What a shot by Adil. He's made his intentions clear in the first over. Beautifully picked up. That was tossed up and over the head of the bowler. We'll take a look at the replay. This one tossed up and straight back over the head. Beautifully timed, and a glorious 6, that one by Adil. He gets his first 6, the first 6 of the inning for DC Capitals. 9 runs on the board. Zigman coming in to Adil. This is the flatter ball played on the leg side. It should be a couple of runs now, as there is no one there in that region towards fine legs. Good running by both the batters. 11 runs on the board, so a good start here by DC Capitals. The target is not that big, so from Central Cardinals' perspective, they would want some quick wickets in the power play. This time again tossed up and beautifully played over the head of mid-off, and it's gone. I believe it's gone all the way for another 6. What a shot, and 17 of that first over. What an over that one for DC Capitals. Take a look at the replay. This was tossed up outside the off stump, played over the head of mid-off. No one there at long off, and all the way for 6. Beautiful shot. So 17 of the first over for DC Capitals, and we'll be back in a few seconds. All right, so 17 of the first over. We are back here for the second over now. And this time it's played on the leg side. It's going towards the leg side boundary. And that's 4 runs to start the second over here. Amik Khan gets his first boundary now. It is Kesav Anna who's into the attack. This was angled into the right-handed batter, flicked away beautifully towards a deep backward square for 4. So 4 runs to start the second over, and now it is 21 runs already on the board. What a start this by DC Capitals. I mean, not quite going to plan for Cardinals here. They would have ideally wanted quick wickets, but 21 runs of the first 7 balls so far. This is well bowled, flicked away again on the leg side towards mid wicket, and they were thinking of the single, not quite there. So Good comeback by Kesava after a boundary of the first ball over here. So 4 runs of the first two balls. Amit Khan, he bowled a brilliant spell, 4 overs, 3 for 12. Here he is opening the batting for his team. Kesav coming into Amik. This is steered away on the offside towards third man, stopped by the fielder, and it'll be just a single. So 22 of 9 balls, 5 runs in this over so far. It will be Adil who will be facing Kesav for the first time in this match. Adil Bhatti played 2 brilliant shots, 2 big 6s in the first over against Zigman. We were talking about it earlier. He scored an amazing 92 not out in the run chase in a win yesterday for DC Capitals. Here he's opening the batting again. This time he's walked down the track and he's played it over the head of the fielder on the leg side in the vacant region towards deep mid wicket. It is the power play. This is his third six. Well. This is top class batting and skillful intent by Adil Bhatti. Take a look at this. Walking down towards the bowler, a couple of steps and picked up on the leg side. No one there. Timed to perfection. His third six. And what batting this by Adil. He's made his intentions clear and he's taking the attack to the opponent right away. If he keeps going, we might see an early finish. Of course, long way to go. A couple of wickets here and Cardinals are right back in the game. Kesav continuing over here. He's coming in right arm over, he's bowling to Adil, who's raced on to 21 of just 5 balls, a strike rate of 400. Can you believe that? This time down the leg side, we'll wait for the umpire's signal. Missed by the keeper, and it's gone for 4 leg byes. So 4 leg byes, so not quite going to plan. Take a look at the replay. This was angled into the right-handed batter, but the line was way away. Got some pad on it. Missed by the keeper, should have probably been stopped. Gone towards fine leg for 4. So 32 on the board of 11 balls, and this over they've got 16 runs, in fact 15 runs so far. Final ball of the over coming up, and what a start this by DC Capitals. Kesav to Adil here, outside the off stump, let it go. Dot ball to finish the second after 2. DC Capitals 32 for no loss. We'll be back in a few seconds. All right, so we have a change in bowling after Zygmunt went for 17 in his first over. We have a change in bowling now. So 32 runs on the board already for DC Capitals in just 2 overs. Um, what a start this. They're going at a run rate of 16 per over. We are inside the power play. It will be Darpan Patel who's coming into the attack here for his team. Darpan, of course, he bowled really well yesterday in their first game where they were defending 145 odd, and was a big win yesterday defending 140 145. But this is a different ball game over here. The first ball, it's beautifully picked up over the head of the bowler. It's gone for 4, and what a shot this by Amik Khan. It's as if Adil is not enough at the other end. Amik showing his intent as well. Straight back over the head of the bowler. A glorious shot, and it's gone. One bounce into the fence. What a shot this. Played to perfection. Good skill set this by Amik. When you can play the ball over the head of the bowler as an opener, that shows how good you are. This time again, he's played it towards covers. It's gone towards the extra cover region, and it's gone all the way for 6. What a shot this by Amik Khan. Well. That's not an easy shot. It was outside the off stump. It was in the arc, but to play it over extra cover all the way for 6. Take a look at this. What a shot. Beautifully done. Amik Khan has got 10 runs of the first 2 balls. That was timed so well. It's gone in the extra cover region for 6. And what a game Amik is having. He's picked up 3 wickets, and now here he is. He's raced on to 17 of 7 balls. DC Capitals 42 for no loss. Already the runs required are less than 100. This is well bowled, angled across towards short third and away from the fielder. It will be a couple of runs. So what a start. This 44 already on the board. We are not even in the fourth over yet. 15 legal balls done and 44 for no loss. The runs required less than 100 already. And what a start by the openers. From Cardinals' perspective, they definitely need 2 quick wickets, if not more. As we have Darpan coming in, he's bowling to Amik again. The full ball, he's played it in the region towards extra cover. It's gone couple of bounces into the fence for 4. A glorious shot. It was outside the off stump and again played nicely by Amik Khan. He gets yet another boundary. Take a look at this. Outside the off stump, giving himself some room, getting the elevation, and it's a couple of bounces into the fence. What a shot! What batting this by both the openers over here for DC Capitals. They are a well-oiled unit, and we can see how skillful they are as a team with the bat and with the ball. Of course, these two players, genuine all-rounders for them, as they can deliver with the ball and with the bat, as we see. In comes Darpan again. This is well bowled, defended back to the bowler. I think it's good to see that it's not just hitting blindly. If there's a good ball, both the batters are respecting that ball. But if it's there and in their range and they think they can hit the ball, that's when they're going for it. And both the batters batting beautifully. Final ball of the third over coming up here. Outside the off stump again, steered away towards short third. It will be a single. So an expensive over that for Darpan. It went for 17. 3 overs done, 49 for no loss DC Capitals. We'll be back in a few seconds. All right, so we are back. It will be Amik again on strike, batting on 24 of 11 balls. And it will be Kesava to continue over here. Oh, this ball was in his arc. Missed out, I would say. But it's a dot ball nevertheless. Kesav, he went for 11 in his first over. And that also included 4 leg buys. So the overall over had gone for 15. But of course, in the bowler's stats, the leg buys don't count. So it's reflecting as 11 given in his first over, Kesav. This is a back of length ball, well bowled by Kesav. This was a good ball. Not in the arc for him to hit, but a quick single. So that means the 50 partnership is up for DC Capitals by the openers. What a start this has been. We are just in the fourth over, 3.2 overs, none for 50. Both the openers really, really batting well. They've crossed 20 in no time. As we have Kesav bowling to Adil now. This time he's flicked it away on the leg side. It's straight to the fielder on the leg side. They do get the single nevertheless. This is good running by both the batters, good understanding between them. And so far, a good over by Kesav. Just a couple of runs in the first 3 balls, no boundaries. So far things have got back to normalcy, is what I will say. Kesav coming into Amik now. Shot outside the off stump and angled across. Well bowled that. A good ball by Kesav. So he's come back really well in this over. After his first over, he's given away just a couple of runs of the first 4 balls. This is testimony to his ability to come back and his strong mindset. He would like to finish the over well. 2 balls to go in this over. Kesav to Amik. This is beautifully bowled. This is really, really good bowling by Kesav. He's not putting it anywhere in the arc for Amik to go for the expansive cover drive. And he's also getting some movement outside the off stump. This has been a top class over here by Kesav. And we have the final ball of the over coming up now. Just 2 runs in this over, 51 on the board. We are in the fourth over. And in comes Kesav. It's Amik on strike again. This time it's flicked away on the leg side. and there is no one there, and beautifully timed, and it's gone all the way for six. What a shot that by Amik Khan. Take a look at the replay if it comes up. This one was on his pads and flicked away beautifully. What timing that! I mean, it's gone all the way for six. Phenomenal shot. So a six to finish the fourth over. 8 runs given in that over. Not a bad one given if we are in the power play. 57 for no loss after four. We'll be back in a few seconds. All right, what a start this has been. Amik has raced to 31 of just 16 balls, and Adil at the other end batting on 22 of just 8 balls. Phenomenal batting this. And we have a change in bowling. The scorecard will reflect that. In fact, it was the end of the over, so Darpan Patel is continuing. He gave away 17 runs in his first over, and the first ball of this over, they got a single, I believe. Uh, this time he's played the big shot. Adil has, and luckily for him, that fell in no man's land. So it's, in fact, the first ball was a dot ball, the second ball is a single. So luckily for Adil, that one did not go anywhere near the fielder. So he survived that one, tried to play the big shot. So 1 run of the first 2 balls, and it's Amik back on strike, giving himself some room, defending it on the offside, and it's a single there. So good over this so far by Darpan, given away just a couple of runs of the first 3 balls. We are inside the power play. What a start this by DC Capitals. They're chasing a modest target, and appeal for leg before. Not out, says the umpire, probably going down with the angle, but a good ball nevertheless again by Darpan. Take a look at this replay. This was angled into the right-handed batter. We can clearly see going down with the angle. So a good decision by the umpire that. And we have Adil again on strike. This time the short ball pulled away beautifully. And again, we are in the power play. There is no one there in the deep towards the square leg or the fine leg region, and it's gone for four. And again, rocked onto the back foot, pulled away. Phenomenal batting by both these batters. This one was short, pulled away. No one there in the deep on the leg side. So what a start this by both the batters. They are both attacking, and they're both taking the attack to the opposition. 63 on the board. We are just in the fifth over, and if they both continue, looks like this game will be over in no time. They started with the spinner Cardinals. It did not work, and the Pacers are also taken to the cleaners. Outside the off stump, well bowled, a dot ball to finish the fifth. After 5, DC Capitals 63 for no loss. We'll be back in a few seconds. All right, so 63 for no loss, and it is Amik Khan batting beautifully on 32 of just 17, and Adil batting on 27 of 13. What a start this has been by DC Capitals. We have a change in bowling. Pratik coming into the attack now. This time again, giving himself some room, picking it on the offside over the head of covers, and that's gone to the fence for four. What a shot by Amit Khan. This is skillful batting, and he's playing the field and he's showing his skill set with the bat. Phenomenal shot again, this by Amit Khan. Take a look at the replay. This ball giving himself some room over the head of covers. He's played that shot quite a few times today, and he's really peppered that extra cover region. This is amazing batting by Amit Khan. What a game he's having. He's raced on to 36 now of 18, going at a strike rate of 200. Not to forget his 3 for 12 in his 4 overs earlier. Shot outside the off stump. This time he's again picked the gap, and it's gone for four. This is brilliant batting. The bowlers have no respite whatsoever. The new bowler Pratik coming into the attack, gone for 2 fours of his first 2 balls. Take a look at the replay of the second ball. Gave himself some room and he's bisected the field on the offside for four more. We are in the final over of the power play, and both these batters they have cashed in, especially Amit Khan, 40 of 19. Adil, of course, he's played lesser balls, but he's still going at a strike rate of 200 himself. 71 already. We are in the sixth over and we are halfway there in the run chase. Amit Khan continuing to bat over here against Pratik. The full ball picked up over the head of the bowler and it's gone all the way for six. What a shot this by Amit Khan. In fact, I beg your pardon, it's four, not six. It just bounced inside the fence. We'll take a look at the replay. This was over the head of the bowler and it just bounced inside the boundary. One bounce for four, but what a shot. There's no one there in the deep over the head of the bowler, and he's showing his full range with the bat over here. Amit Khan, some amazing extra cover drives, some good cut shots, and some phenomenal shots over the head of the bowler. And we have seen the full range here from Amit. He's raced on to 44 now. Pratik continuing here. This is well bowled. The back of length ball played nicely on the offside for a quick single. So they've already got 13 runs of the first 4 balls, including 3 boundaries in this over. The final 2 balls of the power play coming up, and Amik has raced on to 45 of 21. What a knock this has been. And Adil at the other end, 27 of 13. Well, 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 it's all happening for DC Capitals, and what a start. And they're making a meal of this run chase so far. Pratik coming into Adil. This time is played over the head of the bowler by Adil himself. The fielder at mid-off had no chance. Couple of bounces into the fence for four. What a shot this by Adil now. Well, there is no respite. If there is a single, then the other batter is waiting to really go after the bowler. This is really, really skillful T20 batting by both the batters. We'll take a look at the replay when it comes up. 4 boundaries of the first 5 balls of this over, and looks like the replay didn't come up, but what a shot that was. It was picked up away from the fielder at mid-off by Adil. Final ball of the power play coming up, 80 already on the board. Pratik to Adil. Shot, and he's pulled it over the head of the fielder at mid-on. It's gone towards the long on boundary all the way for six. What a shot this by Adil. He's picked up a six. Take a look at the replay. This was the short ball and he pulled it over mid-on all the way to long on for six. Beautifully done by Adil. What an over this one for DC Capitals. They've got 86 in the power play, 23 of that over, just 54 more to win. We'll be back in a few seconds. Well, it looks like we are going to go home early if these two stay there for a while. 86 already on the board in 6 overs, and no respite for both from both the batters. Adil on 37 of 15, Amik on 45 of 21. We are now after the power play, and we have Devin Haricha, the talented spinner, into the attack, and 86 for no loss. Devin, of course, he has a very good dusra, as they call it, and we can see that now from him. Couple of dot balls to start for Devin, a really skillful all rounder, and from Cardinals' perspective, they would want him to pick up a couple of wickets right here to have some sort of a chance to come back into the match. Well bowled away from the batter and a single on the offside here. Yeah, the concept of remote commentary, of course, it was something that was initiated at the iconic Musa Cricket Stadium by BJ and his team, and that is something that is what we are trying, and it was a good concept started at the Musa Cricket Stadium back then, thanks to BJ and his team, and it is something that is really been going well. So thank you to BJ and his team, the Musa Cricket Stadium, and the Musa staff back then when we had done remote commentary. All right, Devin continuing over here. This is a single again on the offside. So both the batters batting smartly. They know the power play is done. There are five fielders outside the circle and 88 already on the board. The game is in the pocket. They just have to be smart and bat smartly. But knowing these two batters, they play with intent. So we'll see how they go here. This is well bowled by Devin. He's not giving any pace. So it's a good start by Devin and a good over here by Devin. So 7 overs done, 89 for no loss. We'll be back in a few seconds. All right, so 7 overs, 89 for no loss. Adil on strike. This time he's played the sweep shot on the leg side, and there's no chance for the fielder in the deep on the leg side. That's 4 runs for Adil over here. Zigman has come back into the attack after the first over that he bowled, which went for 17. Take a look at the replay. This was the sweep shot bisecting the field on the leg side to perfection. Beautifully timed by Adil. And he now moves on to 40. In fact, it's Amik Khan. I beg your pardon. It was Amik who played that shot. With that boundary, he's raced on to 51 of 26. What a knock this has been by Amik. This is played on the leg side nicely for a single by Amik. He moves on to 52 of 27. Well, talking about Fantasy League, the Masters Fantasy League, if someone has Amik Khan in their team, well, they're making a lot of points today. Remember, he's picked up 3 wickets with the ball. Now he scored a 50 for his team. What a game for him, and what an addition! Whoever has Amik Khan in their team today in their fantasy league. This is shot played on the offside by Adil, and it's a single towards the fielder in the deep. Adil Bhatti himself batting on 38. Take a look at the replay. That was the 50 by Amik Khan, and some gestures and stuff. He's just enjoying himself there. What a game he's having here. He's on strike, Amik again. This time he's picked it up again, the flighted ball, and it's gone all the way for 6 on the leg side, bisecting the field in the deep towards deep mid wicket and long gone, and playing it between both of them. What a shot this by Amik. He's raced on to 58 now of 28 balls. What skillful batting this. Take a look at the replay. This ball was flighted by Zigman, and he's played it beautifully in the region towards deep mid wicket, cow corner, and all the way for 6. What a shot by Amik Khan. He's raced on to 58 of 28 balls. Phenomenal batting this. And 12 runs in this over. We are after the power play, but that does not matter. Zigman is coming right arm around now. He's given away 29 runs in 1.4 overs so far. And now we have a change in angle, just 39 more runs to win for DC Capitals. This time he's played it nicely on the offside. They will think of a single, and not quite there. Well, this is what I was talking about. This is not just blind hitting. If the ball is a good one, they are okay to respect the ball, look for a single, or just defend it as we saw on the previous ball. Final ball of the over from Zigman. Flighted again. This is picked up straight over the head of the bowler and fielded by the fielder at long off. It will be just a single, but that's the 100 partnership up as well for DC Capitals. They are 102 for no loss. What an opening partnership this between both the batters. 8 overs done, 1 or 2 on the board. We'll be back in a few seconds. All right, then it's Devin continuing. Devin bowled a really good first over, and it will be Amik on strike. He got a single of the last ball of the previous over. So Amik batting on 59, I believe. See that? That's exactly what I was talking about, Devin. He's got a really good dusra, and we can see over there once the ball bounces, it moves away from the right-handed batter most of the time, and that's his skill set with the ball, Devin. Take a look at that again. Look at that. Well, a tad unlucky Devin there, but a good ball. He's got that skill set. He was part of the USA team, as I was talking about it earlier, on the tour to Australia. Had some interactions with him, and he was really showing how he grips the ball and the revolutions he gets on those balls. And here he is showing it now in this match as well. Adil on strike. Oh, what a shot. This picked up beautifully by Adil. And it's gone all the way for six on the leg side. Phenomenal hit this by Adil Bhatti himself. He's raced on to 45 now of 19. Of course, we'll take a look at the replay. This was in the arc. And what a shot. Extremely well picked up. Beautifully timed. No one there. And the fielders, they're just spectators for now. The way both these batters are going, phenomenal hitting by both the batters. Adil has faced just 19 balls and raced on to 45. Devin to Adil again. Let it go. This is exactly smartly done by both the batters. If there is a good ball, they're okay to respect it. Something to learn for skillful batters with amazing power hitting ability. Respect the good ball, and it's okay to take a single at times. This time it swept away beautifully outside the off stump. It will be a single on the leg side. So Adil moves on to 46 now, 110 on the board. It's just 8.5 overs done. Can you believe it? The run rate is more than 12 right now. Just 30 runs to go in the run chase. They've made a feast of this, both the openers. And we have Devin to continue the final ball of his over here. This should be out. Appeal for leg before. Yes, it is right in front of the stumps. It was right in front, plumb. And Devin deserves that wicket. He is a skillful bowler, and he showed that yet again. And that was very smartly bowled by Devin. We'll take a look at the replay. Amik tried to play the sweep on the leg side, right in front of the stumps. And that looked like it would go on and hit the off stump. A good call by the umpire. The first wicket down, and what a knock this by Amik Khan. He departs for 60, a phenomenal inning. 110 for 1 is DC Capitals after 9 overs. Abdul Nisar walks in at number 3, but we will be back in a few seconds. All right, so it's 110 for 1, just 30 more runs to win. Devin picked up the big wicket of Amik Khan, showing his skill set with the ball, Devin. And he's a very smart bowler. He doesn't give any pace to work with, and he bowls good lengths, and he's got that stock ball which most of the time goes away from the right-handed batter. So the first wicket down for DC Capitals, a phenomenal opening partnership of 110, which means that we just have 30 more runs to go now in this run chase. The new batter walking in is Abdul Nisar. He'll be at the non-strikers end because that's the end of the over. It will be Adil on strike, batting on 46 of 21, and we will have a change in bowling over here. First ball of the 10th over outside the off stump. It was the wrong one, and it turned, so not a wide. So a good start by the bowler Kiran Jayant is in the attack over here for his team. A required run rate is just less than 3, so should be pretty straightforward here. This again short ball, rocked on the back foot, pulled away over the head of the fielder in the deep on the leg side by Adil. That's a 6 and that's his 50. What a knock by Adil and what a tournament he's having. 92 not out yesterday, batting on 52 today, and that was a phenomenal shot. That's a brilliant way to reach his 50. He knew that was the wrong one, waited for it and pulled it beautifully. Take a look at the replay here. This was the googly, pulled away beautifully. What a shot by Adil, all the way for 6. Nicely done that. Just 24 runs to go now. The full toss played on the leg side, and again it's gone towards the boundary. And what a shot, all the way for 6. Well, these are easy pickings here for Adil, who's already batting on 50 plus, and to get such balls, he's not going to miss out on that. What a shot, beautifully timed. He's placing it in the gap right from ball 1 today. He's in phenomenal form here, Adil. 58 of 24 balls, just 18 more runs to go from here. Well, well, well. What a run chase this has been. I mean, right from ball 1, these two have really taken the attack to all the bowlers. Outside the off stump, played off the back foot, it'll be just a single, and this is amazing. This is very smartly done here by Adil. He's moved on to 59 now of 25. Well, well, well. What a run chase. What phenomenal batting by Amik and Adil both. Abdul Nisar now getting ready to face his first ball. Cut away on the offside. It's gone towards the point region. It'll be a dot ball. It's been a rarity, this, the dot ball, as we have seen. Of course, Kiran Jayant, he's a leg break bowler. He's bowling a lot of googlies in this over, at least so far. So he's continuing here. The final ball is walked across the off stump and played on the offside, and there's a fielder in the deep on the offside, so it'll be a single here. So 14 runs of the first over from Kiran, just 16 more to go after 10 DC, 124 for 1. We'll be back in a few seconds. All right, so 124 for 1. Abdul on strike. Beautifully bowled. That's appeal for leg before. Well, well, well. Not out, says the umpire. That looked really close. I was talking about it. He has an amazing dusra playing for the off spin there, Abdul, I believe. We'll take a look at the replay. Tossed up beautifully. Oh, that looked really close to me. But it's the umpire's call. The second ball played on the leg side for a single by Abdul. He's moved on to 2 now of 4 balls. Adil batting on 59 of 25, going at a strike rate of more than 200. Phenomenal that. So just 4 legal balls to go in this over from Devin. Picked up by Adil, waited for it. This can be a catch, not quite. It was away from the fielder at long on. It's gone all the way for 6. Beautiful shot again by Adil. He's raced on to 65 of 26. Phenomenal batting this by Adil. Take a look at the replay. This was tossed up. He waited for it. He played it towards long on, but the fielder at long on had no chance as it was way away from him. A good shot this by Adil. He's moved on to 65 now of 26. And we have seen amazing batting by both the openers for DC Capitals. Adil, he's hit 8 sixes in this inning and just 2 boundaries. Can you believe that? Which means 60 runs out of his 65 have come in boundaries. This is just top class batting. Talking about Amit Khan, 60 of 33 with 7 boundaries and 3 sixes, which means 46 runs out of the 60 runs that he scored came in boundaries. It's a run feast here from both these batters. This time he's played it over the head of the fielder on the offside, and it will be a single on the offside. And we have 132 on the board now, just 8 more runs to win. What a run chase this has been. We have seen some amazing batting by both the openers as we have Abdul on strike now. And this time Abdul has picked up beautifully. He's played the sock sweep, and that was a catch but dropped by Jayesh, and it's one bounce into the fence for 4. Well, well, well. That should have been caught, but a missed chance by Jayesh. Take a look at the replay. Abdul played the slog sweep. There was a fielder right there for that one. It should have been a catch, but not quite a catch. It's a 4 over there. A missed opportunity. Devin could have got his second wicket there. Just 4 more runs to win now. Final ball of the over here. This time he's played off the back foot towards leg side. Towards the leg side. It's a dot ball to finish the over. So 3 overs, 1 for 23 for Devin. 4 runs to win. It will most likely be over in the next over. We'll be back in a few seconds. All right, so 4 to win. The short ball pulled away by Adil. This should be 6 all the way. That's the end of the game. And Adil finishes with 72 of 28. What an inning this has been. Take a look at the replay, how it's all ending. The short ball pulled away, and the fielder in the deep had no chance. So, what a run chase this by DC Capitals. They win this match by 9 wickets in just 11.1 overs. And with respect to the scorecard, we will see there both the openers, they had a run feast. The target of 140 was nothing the way both of them went. Take a look at this scorecard. Amit Khan, 60 of 33 with a strike rate of almost 182. Adil Bhatti, not out 72 of 28 with 9 sixes and 2 fours, a strike rate of more than 250, and Abdul giving him company to finish it. The bowlers, not much to look at. Devin had a good spell, 3 overs, 1 for 23, including the wicket of Amit. Everyone else, they went to the cleaners against both the openers. So that's what we have from here. DC Capitals, they have won their second match, and they have won by 9 wickets in 11.1 overs, chasing 142, 142. In fact, chasing 139. Adil stays not out in another match. Yesterday, 92 not out. Today, 72 not out. And Amit Khan, 3 for 12. What a game he himself had. Ashwin, 4 overs, 1 for 24, including the wicket of Ankur. And Balaji, an amazing opening spell and overall spell of 4 overs, 2 for 26. For Cardinals, Ankur scored 47. That's the only thing to look at from their end. But overall, a phenomenal game for DC Capitals. They are looking like a really strong unit. They have an afternoon game later today. But that's it from here for this match. And thank you, everyone. We'll be back for the next game.